Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for November 2021. This is going to be for Gemini Sun, my fellow Gemini Moons, and Gemini Rising. Real quick, I just looked up to see what the Aries full moon means for Gemini. I'm not an astrologist, so I just looked up and I just got a little paragraph that I want to read to you. It says, for Gemini, the full moon illuminates your 11th house of friends and collaborations. If ever there was a time to align with if ever there was a time to align with or revisit a group project, it is now. Your strength will be doubled and power magnified by joining forces with a worthy cohort. So, collaboration and friends. That's not a bad thing, right? Because many are having a tough time in the Aries full moon. All right, and then I think we move into the Taurus full moon at the end of November. Your neighbor. All right, let's go ahead and begin our reading. We'll see how all that plays in. I'm sure it will in some way. We're going to start with our Mother Mary Oracle deck. Just lying, like one or two. And I'm going to use it, I always do, but I wanted to explain to you why. I'll probably use 3 other decks besides this one. And what I'm looking for is synchronicities between them, similar stories, that type of thing. I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm intuitively connecting to you and to, the messages of the reading. So that's why I use sometimes more than one deck. All right, let's go ahead and give a cut. And let's begin. I'm a Virgo sun, but Gemini moon, and I have to tell you, I feel my moon energy so strongly. I'm also very thankful for it because, just if I was all like in Virgo, then I don't know. I'm just thankful for my Gemini moon. So let's begin. We have honesty. I am in touch with my true feelings regarding this situation. Honesty. Okay. We'll read that at the end, and I promise you it will be the explanation point on this reading. Now we're going to use our major arcanas, and we're just taking a few. This is what I call the bullet points of the reading. I don't do this very often, maybe a couple times a year. I don't know why I don't do it more often, because I actually love doing this, adding these to it. So these are just major arcanas. I don't know the name. I'm just calling them my star deck. Everything is already pre-shuffled, but I like to shuffle with you here also, just to release any doubt maybe from your mind, but also just, I don't know, I feel like I pick up your energy more. All right, let's go ahead and start the tarot portion. Again, these are going to be like the bullet points of the reading, but they can certainly tell a story all in their own, and I feel like 9 times out of 10 they do. We have the Death card, card of Scorpio, card of endings, closing doors, for good, looking right back at honesty. This may say, there may be something you should cut out. I'm just noticing the sickle, like I just need to cut something out. Cut it out by the roots, right? Because I just cut the top. It's gonna grow back. I need to cut the roots. I think we have to not be so afraid of change, because when we're afraid of it, it can hold us in place, And I feel like I'm really learning through my journey of tarot and my spirituality and connecting with my guides that we're not meant to get stuck in certain energies. And sometimes, the ending of something, whether it just be energetic or a person or whatever it is, it's only to bring you a sense of freedom. We have the Judgment card. It's like you need to cut those ties now. This is the present moment. This is your spiritual team, your spirit guides, the angels, the archangels, God, your source. But it is about the present moment. It's a call to attention. Looking right back at that death card. And then look at this. How fitting. And then we have the world. So the next chapter. The world chapter, you don't have to fear it. Again, it can be scary making changes, but these changes, ultimately, I feel like bring you, make you happier. I want to say, when you enter into the world chapter, you are connecting very closely to your spirituality. I feel like this is the energy that's closest to God. So maybe my faith is back intact, that type of thing. But I never feel there's a reason to fear it. I often feel this, again, is the best chapter of our life. So something wants to begin, but something needs to end for it to begin. Your spiritual team is 100% behind that and actually recommending that. I think more than recommending that. It's just time, right? It's time, and you live your life in the present moment. There's something, I feel like maybe that's why honesty came out, just being honest with yourself and even with others, that certain energy needs to close. Okay, let's use the Tarot Dreams. We'll give it a couple shuffles. Again, already pre-shuffled. Just with those 3 cards alone, I feel like it's a very clear message. Almost like I don't need to put any more cards over that to understand what it's saying. I also want to tell you that the world to me is a reward, right? This comes to me as a reward, maybe for doing something hard, something, finally getting rid of something that clearly could not have been serving you, because otherwise you would not be asked to cut it. I feel like when judgment shows up too, it's just a reminder to your soul, that there may be something that your soul wanted to, it's so funny, I just lost the word, wanted to accomplish in this lifetime. And, whatever in this ending doesn't fit in this new beginning. Again, it doesn't have to be a person, it can be an attitude. It can be not being honest with yourself. But the one thing we know is this is about the present moment. Okay. Again, I feel like I have to say, don't fear cutting what needs to be cut, because the world is almost like a promise that you may find yourself truly, this is the kind of energy where once you're in it, let's say for like a year, you can look back and be like, it's almost like, what was I thinking, right? What was I thinking? Or how happy I am that I did make that change. Well, with the Ace of Cups, it is in reverse. Doesn't really mean that the cup is not there. It's just in reverse. This could certainly talk about a relationship where the love has just drained out, and Sometimes I stay because it's just easier. But what are you stopping yourself from, experiencing? Some love lasts forever and some just last for a time. And maybe that's all they were meant to last for, that period of time, right? Because even in a bad relationship, you're learning, right? You're learning what you don't want in your next relationship. You're being honest about yourself within a relationship. Why? So that when, let's just say, the next one comes, or opportunity, you're pretty clear about what to do next. All right, we have the Palace of Swords. We have the Star. Card of Aquarius. This is about your hopes and your dreams potentially coming true, right? Coming under judgment. And the next chapter. Dang it, we have the Tower. Listen, I feel like what this is saying is clearly there's something that it's time for it to end. Okay, whatever that may be for you, there's something that needs to end. Why? Because the love has drained out of it. The love is drained out of it. So, but the energy of your dreams is here, coming under judgment. So something new, right? Something new. This world wants to bring you the next chapter, and it's connected to your wishes. And I feel like it's your soul's wish, actually. So I feel like the Tower, again, it's not really something I have to fear, because I feel like judgment is saying maybe this is something eventually you don't have a choice in, right? So this is something you can cut out before the Tower even shows. The Tower is mirroring the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, what do we have next? We have a train going by. We have the Queen of Wands. I love the sound of the train for myself, but in a video. Jump on that train. We have the Queen of Wands. Can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Wow, really blowing his horn. It's like extra long. Maybe it's for you. Okay, these are all in reverse. I am going to turn them around. We have the Wheel, or maybe I shouldn't. We'll see. We have the Queen of Cups. Can be a, I almost said Virgo, Taurus. It can be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And then look at this. We have the Palace of Cups. I feel like I want to take 4 more for you. I also feel like I do have to turn these around. I'm just intuitively feeling that pretty strongly, so I'm going to listen. Because otherwise I'd have to turn that ace up. So you have the Wheel, which is your destiny, right? It would make sense it's kind of in reverse, because if there's something I haven't cut out yet, then perhaps I'm holding the Wheel back somewhat. Again, I look at that Tower and then I see the Palace of Cups, but now the Palace of Cups in reverse. So Palace of Cups is a very loving, harmonious, forever type of energy, a type of love, but the Tower is right above it. So I almost feel like your ancestors and your spiritual team saying, no, this couple, at least for this time, doesn't seem to be, I don't know, guys, the right cup. I feel like the Queen of Wands does not have to be an air sign. I feel like it's a fire sign, but I do feel it's fire action. Like this Queen would intuitively, if she's in tune with herself, she will intuitively know when to move. Right? She's a woman of action. She moves according to her desires. Maybe you haven't done that for a while. Queen of Cups in reverse feels like, first of all, usually the Queen of Cups or the King of Cups is someone who wants to be in a relationship, but it's reversed. Okay, well, let's keep going. We have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight is about some type of communication that's coming in. Remember, each Knight is carrying something different, a different seed. So this Knight of Swords is bringing some type of communication, some type of clarity. It could even be honesty. And again, you don't have to be fire. This can be anyone. And that's how I read them. Like, they're all of us. We're all the Queen of Wands. This is what it's asking for anyways, right? So I feel like something comes in that makes this Queen, like, intuitively know. Listen, you could have fallen out of love. Someone could have fallen out of love with you. And I hate to say that, but if that's the case, there's nothing to fear, because I know just from the beginning that, it doesn't mean it's over. Maybe it's over with that person, but that doesn't mean love is over. Let's keep going. It's interesting because I have the Queen of Wands looking at the reversal of the wheel, but I also have the Queen of Cups who's connected. They're both connected to the wheel on either side. One in the upright, one in reverse. The one in reverse is of cups. Love, emotion, that type of thing. In reverse, it can be, I think, very tricky type energy. And what I mean by that is someone could be like flirty. Let's just say that. Flirty outside of a relationship. I'm not telling you anything you don't know, by the way. I'm not revealing that someone is doing something. You already know all this. It's just, if it's you, it's just being honest with yourself, It doesn't mean you have to change. Well, I don't know, because I feel like the tower, whether you're delivering the tower or you're receiving a tower, again, tower can be very sudden, can feel destructive, right? But it's truly not. I feel like here, it's really not. It's not almost like your spiritual team is saying, if you're honest with yourself, then something needs to end. If you find you can't end it, it seems the tower, even though it doesn't feel great, nonetheless, it does move us. It does put us into movement. And why? Well, because the Palace of Cups is in reverse. So I just feel like whatever it is, wherever you're in, it's not, there's not a lot of love around it. With the High Priestess also in reverse. It's your intuition. That's your higher self. That's a connection you always have. Think of the Fool along the journey. First person the Fool meets is the Magician. Second person the Fool, and the Magician teaches you that you have the tools that you need to succeed in this life, or let's put it another way, to get through whatever challenges you may face. You've already got these tools. The High Priestess reminds you that intuitively you know what is true for you, what is not, what is good for you, what is not. Intuitively, you know that. What happens a lot of times, though, is we second guess it, right? We second guess it, or it's easier not to make movement, the wheel in reverse, not, and I feel like the wheel in reverse is saying there's someone not living their destiny. Can something like this bring, can a love come back? A love can always come back, and loves often do come back. But because the love has pretty much drained, it doesn't mean it's still not in the heart, but it's kind of like drained, not showing it, right? Untrustworthy type thing. We don't want it to come back unless it has, each of us has looked at ourselves within that and made whatever changes need to be made. Then, an old relationship can certainly go the distance. But if there is no change, and this is that energy, I don't know that it could go the distance. That's the thing, Especially if you're putting a lot of work into yourself and someone else is not, well then I think that's when you really have to trust divine that there is better out there for you, and then allow yourself to, go through those sometimes difficult changes. Ultimately, this is about your dreams, and judgment is saying you can have it, but it doesn't seem to be in your past, guys. It seems to be in your present to what's coming up next. Just does. We have faith. So you can trust in that or not, right? Faith is, this is the Hierophant. This is the card of Taurus. But this is about your belief system. Putting yourself in check. Right? Am I living my true life, or am I living someone else's life? Right? Have I given up on myself and my dreams? Perhaps for someone else can have theirs, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of consideration on for you. What do I have? Faith. I forgot what I was holding. It's trust. Trust, which is mirrored by the star. High Priestess beside it, though, in reverse, says that for some reason, some of you aren't trusting. The 5 of the Hierophant, again, change. Change doesn't, I feel like sometimes in our heads we make it so big. I'm going to use just a really quick example. Before I moved here with Sam, I freaked out. I thought to myself, because I'm not a girl, if I'm home, I don't have makeup on. I may not even comb my hair. I may just throw it up in, bun or a ponytail or something like that. I'm in sweatpants or pajama bottoms. That's who I am. And that's why I chose to do something that I could work from home. So I was afraid that, oh my God, when I move there, I'm going to have to wear makeup every day. I'm going to have to think about what I look like all the time. You know what I mean? I couldn't be my true self, because I had found my true self. Well, maybe not, because I had that fear, right? So anyways, I did it anyways. I made the change. I moved here, different state, right? And then, I hardly ever wear makeup. All my fears didn't come true. You know what I mean? Love for just who I am and not for what I look like. That type of thing. But, I've always been that way, where if I had to put makeup on the minute I got home, I washed it off. Just because I can feel it. Not that I have anything against it. My daughter is fantastic with makeup. Her girls are so creative. And I am the opposite. I remember when I was a teenager, my mother said to me one time as I was leaving the house, she's like, you should put some lipstick on. I'm like, lipstick? And she's like, yeah, you should put lipstick on. And I couldn't imagine. I don't know. Anyways, let's get off of me. We have the Knight of Pentacles. I love seeing this for you because Again, it's a knight. The knight's promised that they were going to bring something in. This knight is bringing, first of all, I feel like this is the energy of your guardian angel. But this is the most, like, we can trust in this knight, even though it can be slow moving. But you could be slow moving, right? It could just be waiting. It does teach us about patience, right? Patience and trusting that your dreams will come true. As long as you yourself have that intention. So this is something that's coming. What I kind of love. I don't like that the Ace of Cups is in reverse, though I myself don't fear it for you. I feel like it's saying it's been this way, like something, the love has drained out of something. It doesn't have to be a relationship, it could be a job. We have pentacles on the board. Could certainly be a job. Well, look at this. We have the Page of Wands, which is coming out with that knight. So what is this page bringing you? What kind of house is it moving you to? To me, this is, the atmosphere that I will now be in, or eventually will be in. Wands. It's probably why this Queen of Wands is here. Wands. So that we can begin a path of desire. This is the house of desire and passion. You know what I mean? And it's riding on the back of your guardian angel. It's like your spiritual team really showing up. Don't fear the towers, because I feel like if the tower comes, even if it's difficult, it's only to help put you in place of what this world is opening up for you. You have two knights who are bringing you different things. This Knight of Swords could certainly, to me, swords represent truth and honesty, communication, all of that. Pentacles is something that's coming into your physical world that's tangible. You can touch it, you can feel it, and it's saying that it then moves you. Here I am in the reversal of the Palace of Cups. Now I'm moving into the upright of the Palace of Wands. Also with the star here, right? Your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. So I feel like this reading is for some of you who are having a hard time making changes, whether whether you have no choice or you do have a choice. I don't feel like you really have a choice, though. We have the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So, this is your intention. What I think about, I bring about. What I think about, I bring about. With the Three of Wands underneath that. That's optimism. That's believing. It's believing that why can't your dreams come true? Why couldn't they? Why couldn't you? I mean, you are a child of God. Each one of us is an individual. We all deserve the best, right? But we all have to do our part, like our human part in it. So, the Eight of Wands can feel chaotic. It's fast-moving energy. Okay, let's bring in the Gilded Tarot, and let's go right over it. Starting at the beginning. Pre-shuffled, by the way. I don't know why I keep saying that today. All right. Let's look at that Ace of Cups in reverse. We have the Devil. Card of Capricorn. I feel like for some of you, it may be time for you to quit drinking. Like the time may have come. And I'm saying that because it can hinder your, how do I want to say this? Well, trying to make choices, it's best to have a sober mind. But I do feel like with the cup in reverse, to me, it feels like you're able to do it, or someone is able to do it. I feel like the devil made me do it. The devil made me do it. But the death card is saying, stop saying that. Stop using that. Stop believing that. Hierophant saying, here I am, right? Here I am. You know, it's almost like looking at God and Satan. You trust in me. You know, it's like the devil doesn't love me. And I'm saying the devil, it can certainly be talking about a Capricorn, but it can be talking about the energy of, you know, like there's darkness surrounding this cup again. Wow. Okay. It's like an explosion of cards. All right. Okay, there's a bunch down here. I feel like I have to take them all, and I am going to take them all. All right, and I'm just going to kind of go in this direction. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. Can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Well, hello, Magician. Coming over the star. You know, the Magician reminds you that you are creating in this new path. It's you creating, and your participation is needed. The Magician in the upright, again, I feel like is coming almost like a teacher. You know, a teacher of remembering. You know, it's like a teacher reminding you that I taught you all of that. Now go use it in the world and don't fear it. You know, you have two very strong teachers here for you. You have the Magician, and then you have the High Priestess, but the High Priestess is in reverse. But right next to it is faith. Coming over Judgment. Well, we have the Two of Cups coming over the Tower. You know, I feel like don't fear the Reaper. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Wheel in the upright. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords. Trust me, I'm going to go back and look at all of them. But I feel like we got to put them out here. Oh, my. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles. You know, it's not quite in the upright, but it's not in complete reversal either. You know, this is about your seed of intention coming right over the Hierophant, faith. You know, you got to trust that your seeds, and your seeds are what you're putting out there, will come back to you. We have the Four of Cups. I feel like Four of Cups is non-action here. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. I have two pages here, one in the upright, one in reverse. Then I have the Five of Swords in reverse. Again, someone's refusing a change. You know what I feel like? I feel like, you know, I'm looking at this Two of Cups, and I'm telling myself that I'm with a soulmate, right? But it feels like, truth be told, I don't feel like you, for some of you, I don't feel like you are. Or this soulmate may just be for a period of time. Not all soulmates are meant to last forever. You know, soulmates come and teach each other. It's us who refuses the lessons sometimes. You know, refuse to look in that mirror. So anyways, because I just feel like I've been with this certain type of energy for way too long. You know, to the point where the Ace of Cups and the Palace of Cups are in reverse. Now, the good news is I feel like when I start to believe in myself and believe in my dreams and the kind of life that I want to have, the type of love that I want to have, my participation is very, very important in that, right? And, you know, the Seven of Pentacles to me is almost like a promise that your seed will arrive, but at the right time. And I feel like, what is that seed? Well, I feel like it's probably another Two of Cups. Um, you know what I mean? I feel like, because I feel like some of us soulmates come to this lifetime helping each other pay off karma of another lifetime. And then, boom, I either learned from that or I didn't. But time to move on is what I feel like. I feel like it's time to move on. And I feel like I may have the perception that I'm with the one and only, when I feel like you're really not. Now, can that, I mean, you're soulmates, can that turn around and work again? Sure, it can. But both people have to be on the same page, right? I can't make someone love me. Someone can't make me love them if I don't love them. You know what I mean? And we just got to be like, okay, okay, well, what do I want from my life? Okay, so I'm not getting the love here, and it feels like it has drained. So perhaps I should start thinking about, or getting excited about, my next adventure, because the world is saying that you have a new adventure that wants to open up, that will open up. I don't know many of you have a choice, because I feel like the Tower is saying, if you're honest with yourself, you would do the cutting of the ties. But if for some reason you can't, then it's like your ancestors saying, we're going to help. And I know that can bring fear up, but the truth be told, I feel like there's nothing you're losing in the long run, and everything that you're gaining. So, now why do I say that? Because, first of all, the Seven of Swords is here, and it's sitting in your natural house. Plus, it's with destiny. So, normally, Seven of Swords is untrustworthy energy. It's a thief in the night. But yet, then I have someone in this Five of Cups where it's like, oh, I'm missing that, right? I'm kind of missing that. So I may be missing a person that, again, I feel like really may not be good for you anyway. But maybe my perception tells me otherwise. The Five of Cups is about the turning around a different perception, and two cups that have yet to be discovered are discoverable. I didn't say that right. Discoverable. Anyway, and why am I saying that? Because here are the two cups. Here they are. And by the way, they're after the Tower. Here's the wheel in the upright, right? We have the wheel in reverse here with the Seven of Swords over it. So whether this be love, whether it be a job, whatever it might be, something doesn't feel like it's serving you. And actually, I feel like more than that, it's toxic to you. It's like you may want to, it's like, in your heart you want to live a different life, but yet you surround yourself with people who, it's like, I want to be proactive in my life, but I'm surrounded by people who are not. Right? Who are more, woe is me. And that will wear off on you. You know what I mean? Like, you're mixing energy. So that's going to wear on you too, as is your energy on them. But anyway. So. We have the Five of Swords coming over the High Priestess in reverse. With the Queen of Swords attached to that. And I feel like that's probably your energy, right? Your natural energy. The Queen of Swords, what's she seeking? What's each queen seeking? Well, the Queen of Swords is seeking truth, honesty. She's learning her voice and the importance of her voice, especially against those thieves in the night. The Queen of Swords is someone who allows herself to live her uniqueness, like it appreciates her uniqueness and doesn't allow anybody else to belittle it, let's say. And it's probably, I'm learning this as I go. the Five of Swords in reverse here, I like that because, you know, the Five of Swords talks about toxic energy. And I feel like it's talking about toxic energy that may have been around you, that is stifling your growth. But I don't, like, you know, some of you, again, you may come back to that question, should I or shouldn't I? And I feel like it's saying, like, you know, you already have your answer, like, you know it. You can second guess your intuition, no doubt. And that's part of what we're learning on this journey, is how not to doubt our intuition. You know, I feel like it's like a God-given gift to help us in this world, and we have to learn to trust it. Seven of Pentacles coming right over the Hierophant. I feel like that's kind of beautiful. Because I feel like if I'm not living the life that I feel I should be living, here's the opportunity. You know, what did we read in the beginning? I should have gave you what site that, I think it was the New York Times. I don't know, why would it be that? But what was I going to say? Oh, you're given what? Double the strength right now. Double the strength, double the fun. I feel some of you, this next journey may include a class, a course, learning something new. You have the Queen of Pentacles right at the top coming over again, your natural house. Queen of Pentacles, what, you know, what's her job? She's seeking to build her pentacles, to build a strong foundation. Queen of Pentacles gift, I guess you could say, is to see the details that other people miss, right? You know, I could be tied to someone toxic that everybody else in the world thinks is the most loving and funny and endearing person, and then we get home behind closed doors and, you know, the real person shows, that type of thing. You know, when you come to a queen, I feel like that's a period where we no longer, you know, we're living in our we're living from our experiences, and our experiences have taught us a lot. Okay, what else do I want to look? Anyway, I feel like some of you may be starting some courses, starting a class, learning a new, learning something that I feel like you're inspired, like you're being inspired to towards a direction. And again, it doesn't have to be in all parts of your life. I feel like it is in your pentacles though. And I also feel like, again, someone who thinks that even though I feel like there is no love, at least there feels like there's none. And again, like how someone shows himself outside the home is completely different than within, you know, our four walls, so to speak. I feel like it's saying you just be honest with yourself if that's your case. And if your fear is like no one will love me, no one will want me, that's not true. That's just not true. And the Hierophant is asking you to believe in that. And by the way, you know, it's connected to the Five Cups. So these three cups that are spilled over, it's kind of like it is the reversal of the Ace of Cups and the Palace of Cups. But its promise is what has yet to be discovered. Here is the Two of Cups sitting in the upright of the wheel. Four of Cups puts a little bit of like a, am I making movement towards a more passionate type life, you know, living my true life? All right, I think I'm going to come through and I want to look at the Magician and the Two of Cups, because remember, the Magician's coming over the Star. This is your ability. This is your beautiful ability. I should have brought this way down. This is your beautiful ability to create. And listen, creating with divine. How perfect. What's the Magician bringing out? The Two of Cups with the Destiny right below it. So it's like the wheel starts moving. When? After the Tower. We have the Death card, okay? Card Scorpio. We double Scorpio right now. Death card coming over the Five of Cups. You know, Five of Cups, to be honest, can be like the woe is me type energy. You know, where I'm feeling sorry for myself, and you probably have every reason to, but you don't want to get stuck in that energy. It's a five. Change, right? Death card coming over that. Cut, you know, maybe cut the energy of thinking that you can't have a love story for yourself, or really a fantastic career for yourself. Death card is almost like stopping that Seven of Swords from moving into your destiny. Again, untrustworthy energy. The thief in the night takes more than they need and, you know, doesn't give back. That type of thing. Death card, boom, boom, you know, like the wall. I'm not going to allow you to enter into their destiny because you're not part of it. I just realized I got a 7 and 7 here. We have the Hangman. I swear to God, this is saying that to move into this next chapter, like, you know, I just feel like, you know, clearly whatever is in the last chapter that your guides are asking you to cut out, truly aren't serving you and won't benefit you moving forward. You know, I never mind the Hangman, because the Hangman, yes, it can be a measure of time, like, feels like nothing's moving. But the Hangman's really seeking wisdom for his next step. You know, when the Hangman is in the in reverse, that's when they've had an awareness, right? That's when the awareness has taken place. We have the Eight of Swords. And then we have Justice. I wonder if for some of you, if it, you know, first of all, Justice. Let's talk about Justice. Excuse me. Card of Libra. But this is a card of balance, fairness. This is about making you whole again. This is what your guides want. They want to make you whole again. It's interesting, you know, she's got these two cups right here, and then right above that is two cups. Justice can talk about, you know, the cutting of ties, right? A divorce, that type of thing. But why? Because you're not whole, because you haven't been feeling whole. Right next to that is the Eight of Swords. It's kind of telling us why the Hangman is here, right? So non-movement. Why? Well, the Eight of Swords tells me that there's some fear. There's been some walls built up, and these walls, for some of you, it's simply these walls that may need to come down to, you know, and to have what your soul truly wants in this lifetime, because your soul's intention is here. Your ability to manifest your dreams are here, you know. But to get there, not all energy that we're currently in or in our past fits in the new energy. We just got to realize that's like, you know, if I'm trying to put my spring, summer, fall, and winter wardrobe in one small closet, they don't all fit, right? I got to remove the season before so that the next season can fit in the closet. So, you know, because the Eight of Swords is false. It's false belief of protection, right? That I'm protecting myself, but it's truly not in this energy. 8 asks for a new beginning. 5, you know, a change. Why? So you can seek freedom, a freedom to be you, to live your soul's intention. So this is why the Hangman is here. And I feel like the Death card is, you know, I feel like your reading is just saying, until, you know, that the action of that Death card takes place, it doesn't seem like much moves, right? Or even if it does move ahead, but if I'm in this Eight of Swords, it's going to be much more, it's difficult. It's more difficult. If I bring down those swords, you know, Faith says, don't carry the pain of yesteryear with you. Yes, you want to learn from it, right? You want to learn and understand it. Like, how did it help my soul expand? And where did it not? Right? Where did my soul, like, I don't want to pay, I don't want to create more karma that I again have to pay off, right? Because if you're creating karma, you have to pay it off. Some of you, maybe that's what you've been doing. You've been paying off karma, and it's like, okay, what's the final lesson in this chapter? And that is to know when it's time to go. I do feel like very, very seriously is talking about love and what's still out there. Again, the Two of Cups with destiny connected to it. And the Knight of Pentacles saying, I'm moving you into the house of passion. So I do feel like, but I also feel like there's energy of, really I can look at all aspects of my life, because the Queen of Pentacles tells me that what am I learning here? I'm learning how to really understand, see and understand the details that other people miss. Maybe that's what you will eventually specialize in, right? And maybe that's why some of you are taking courses. Doesn't mean you're physically going to school. Maybe you are. But maybe it's something that, it's because I feel like it's been shut down for a while. Like maybe chasing your own dream. Maybe that's what it is. And it's like, I feel like you're intuitively curious about I'm curious about certain things, and I want the knowledge, and I feel like this is the time when you're really going to gain it. But again, one doesn't belong with the other. I feel like also, give yourself a serious look at who you surround yourself with, because who you surround yourself with could certainly influence this lifetime, right? You only got this lifetime to accomplish what it is your soul wants to accomplish. Okay, okay. Look at... All right, so I was looking at the Two of Cups, and I thought to myself, you know what? I feel like I want to clarify that again, because I feel like I know what's could be causing a block of receiving these two new cups, let's just say. So I know that, but now what I want to know is I want to know about the two cups coming forward. So that's really what I was thinking when these cards came out. We have the Hermit. Can be Virgo. It is a card of Virgo. But this is about the teacher. This is becoming the master teacher. This is when I kind of love this moving right. It's like the Hermit's beacon of light is illuminating this Two of Cups. I feel like it's saying you don't have to fear future love. You don't have to fear it. You don't have to fear, like, will I know? Will I not know? Will I never have it? Will I have it? If I go through the energy of the Hermit. So to go through the energy of Hermit means I must reflect upon my past. I must reflect upon it so that I can create, right? Also, I feel like through the Hermit, because this Hermit is also emerging, you are now the beacon of light. You will be shining your light. You will be attracting light to light. He's got the serpent right below him. It's like, but his beacon of light is illuminating. It's like, any snakes that come before me, I will see it. I will know it. I will trust it. I will trust my intuition. And then look at this. We have the Fool. It's new, new, new. I feel like your whole reading was talking about the Fool. Not carrying the past, only the wisdom of... the Fool, it is the Fool's journey intro, and we got to look at each and every, when you see the Magician or the Hierophant or the High Priestess, those are the energies that the Fool meets along the way to help the Fool live the best life that the Fool can. Now, that doesn't mean that all challenges are gone. No. But if I'm faced with it, especially now that I have reflected upon and I am now the hermit shining my beacon of light outward, I will attract like energy. And I feel like that, what I think about, I bring about. The hermit is illuminating that Two of Cups. The Fool is saying, first of all, the Fool says, take a chance. Take a chance. Take a chance on you. Take a chance on me, right? Take a chance. Take a leap of faith. You have faith right down here. Seven of Pentacles with all the wheels talks about your seeds of intention, your soul's seed of intention, and truly what it wanted to accomplish in this lifetime. Does it want to stay in the energy of the Eight of Swords? No. It's the human condition that gets us trapped. The soul, the intuition, wants to go, wants to experience, wants to have adventures, wants to gain knowledge. Because I do feel, and I've been saying this a lot lately, but I do feel like when we leave this world, we then all become like the master teacher, and I often like get visions of like these young souls sitting around as we go home, and they can't wait to hear our stories of Earth. Like, tell us about it. Tell us about your life and what you experienced. Well, you don't want to go back and be like, well, I fell in love and then I did nothing. That's it. That's my story. Right? You want to go back and be like, I've had these experiences. I've had these challenges. I have overcome them. You got double the strength this month. Your belief system, like, make it strong. And it doesn't mean religion. It just means that you believe that your intention is that you can have all that was intended for you. Just think if, your soul came here and it's like there was just no experiences to be had. Then what? So, I think I'm going to leave it there. Let's read the Mother Mary card, Honesty. I feel like it's important. It's funny, I'm always trying to, like, in my mind at the end of the reading, many times, like, your title just comes to me. But I feel like there's a lot of different energies here, so I'm not sure yet. Okay, Honesty. You received this card in answer to your question because Mother Mary sees a need for self-honesty. If you are to, let me reread that. You received this card in answer to your question because Mother Mary sees a need for self-honesty if you are to proceed. What do you have to admit to yourself about your current situation? When you think about it, what feelings arise? Why? It's important to take stock of your emotions and thoughts about anything that confuses or annoys you. Otherwise, you're reacting instead of taking charge. Although the ego is threatened by looking deeper, it is an essential component of healing this situation. This card guides you to take some time to evaluate and understand your feelings. Remember, you are entitled to them, and they are neither right nor wrong. Very often, your feelings are the voices of angels delivering God's guidance to you. Beautiful. I just feel like this is the month where you've got to take chances. Take chances. Be willing to go through a little bit of uncomfortableness only to arrive in what I feel like is your soul's intention. I love you guys so much. I wish you, I know that you have the capability of arriving into the House of Wands. Again, this is where you're feeling passionate and desired and desirable. And remember, if you're in that energy, well, that's the energy you're omitting too, right? So I feel like you're attracting, or you will attract, what your soul wants to attract next. Anyways, still talking. I love you guys. This may be a reading that you need, you watch it now, and it may not make 100% sense to you, especially if you're in the Eight of Swords and you're still surrounded by, energy that feels a little toxic. It's, I feel like, and then when you eventually leave it, however that may happen, I feel like that's when you come back and watch it again. I hope that the messages reach you the first time. But I do know that sometimes it takes more than one time. It doesn't have to be through me, however it wants to come in. Anyways, double the strength this month. Use it to your advantage. And what does that mean? Strength. That's inner strength, right? It's taming the tiger. It's taming the beast within us, right? It's control over self. So, and for some of you, I feel simply it's saying also, if you're overindulging or you just have been, it may be time to cut that out. Only because the sober mind is the mind that's going to attract the most for you. So, anyway, we have the Fool. We're not going to carry the past energy. We're going to start new. We're going to have the belief that there's great things waiting for me. There's great adventures ahead. And as the hermit, the master teacher, the healer, I'm not going to fear them, right? I know that when the next Two of Cups comes, it's going to be illuminated. I will see it for what it is, and I feel like it's good. But if I carry that Eight of Swords, then I won't. Then I won't. I almost feel like Divine is saying, but I'm not going to let you move to the Two of Cups until this energy is cleared of the past, right? It almost feels like it can't happen because if I carry those walls with me, how can I ever, I don't know. It's like I've got to drop the walls because if I don't, I'm not able to receive all that I can receive. So, I'm going to leave it there. I know. I keep talking. I just love you so much, and it feels like I wish I could connect with you more. And who knows, maybe we'll do a mid-month reading. Anyways, I wish you all the best. I love you. I will see you next time at my table. Bye-bye.